Hello, guys. This is Kimmi, Notary Life with Kimmi. How is everyone? Hey, Frank, and everybody that's going to join us on the replay. J3 Mobile Notary. Hello. Welcome this Friday night. I'm going to try Facebook. Alexis is supposed to join me. So let me just see, can I hop over there and just see if I have anybody on Facebook? And we're going to get right into it, guys. And ladies, let's see here. Anybody on Facebook? Okay. We'll have to handle Facebook later. Well, welcome again to Notary Life with Kimmi. I am Kimmi. Alexis, our other trainer, may join us. Angela could not this evening. And hello. I do have somebody on Facebook. Let me see who that is. Hold on. Who's on Facebook? Really quick. I don't want to leave anybody out. Oh, I don't know why I can't see the Facebook users. I'm sorry, Facebook. Here's Alexis. Maybe she can help us. Hey, Alexis, welcome.
How are you?
Good. I'll let you introduce yourself really quick. And then if you could check Facebook for me, because somebody's over there. I just wanted to say hey.
Okay, let me load it up. And hey, everybody, it's Alexis with Mobile Notary Services by Alexis. How are you all doing on this Friday afternoon?
Hey, Frank, I got my flower. It's on the side today. Frank said, where's my flower? I know, I got it. It's over here with this big old head, right? That's all you see today. Well, guys, go ahead, Alexis.
I was going to say, over on Facebook, it's Jerkia. I hope I'm saying that right.
Hey, Jerkia with a J.
Dreki.
Jerkia. Oh, hey, I think we spoke before, actually. Hey, Denise. Welcome from Texas. Yes, we got Alabama, New York, and Texas in the house on this Friday afternoon, Friday evening. Well, guys, this topic came about. Is your notary business dead or stuck? Okay, it's actually stuck or dead on the thumbnail. But it came about because, we do the strategy intake calls, right? Or strategy calls. Hey, Pamela J. Dreka. So, hey, welcome. So we try to find out what people need before we start putting them in a class or, just kind of putting you somewhere. We want to make sure what do you want to do with the business and everything, right? So I've been doing these calls recently. And the whole industry as a whole, the notary business, people are just like, oh, I'm over it. It's a lot of hype. I can't make any money. My business is dead. My business is stuck. And as I actually get into conversations with people, I find out why it is dead and why it is stuck. So I had to use an illustration with you guys. I'm from Michigan. Alexis is also. And if you're from anywhere up north and a snowstorm happens and it snows really bad and you're like stuck, you're like really stuck. I mean, them wheels be spinning. The whole neighborhood come out and try to push your car out the snow. I kind of miss those days, the camaraderie and everything, right? But I don't miss the snow. But because I'm in Georgia now. But back in the day though, for real, if your car got stuck, the whole neighborhood came out and it was like a whole situation, as they say, right? So you got a couple ways that car is going to get out. First, you try yourself because you don't want to already, they can hear the wheels spinning that you're that stuck, right? So you can either put some salt down where the tires are. You could put salt. You could put sand, right? You can call a tow truck. And then if sometimes the tow truck come out, you could be so stuck that they have to pull out chains. I'm sure you've seen that on TV, maybe like Ice Road Truckers or something, right? So it's a whole situation when you are stuck in something and you cannot get out. Did you have any thoughts about that, Alexis, living up north? I know you've been here for a minute.
Oh, yeah. Actually, right before I left, I was getting my license or just starting to drive. I had already had my license. So it was during the snow, December-ish, January-ish, when I finally got my license. And I'm driving to school and stuff. And yeah, a couple times I did get stuck. And just like you said, people had to actually pull over and help me one time to get out. So yeah, it correlates really well with our business.
Yeah, it's the same thing in your notary business, guys. If you are stuck like Chuck and your business ain't going nowhere and you think it's dead. So let's talk about some reasons why, and then we're going to give you some solutions, okay? Some reasons why your business might be stuck or dead. It's straightforward, a lack of confidence. You cannot promote yourself if you're not confident in what you're doing, right? So sometimes that lack of confidence comes from we're just not trained to be business owners. We're going to have that conversation coming up very soon. I hope it's going to be Monday. We're just not trained to be business owners. Most people, there are few people that their families have businesses and it's generational. And the one with the child is in the womb, they already know we're training this child to be the next CEO or the next owner. So a lot of us lack confidence in our abilities to actually do our job. And more than that, we lack abilities to be owners. We don't know what that looks like. We're so used to a W-2, somebody telling you what to do, right? You have to go do this. They map it out for you. They have your calendar planned out for you. So you're like a robot. Go do this. When I used to, every one of my jobs had opening instructions, closing instructions. So I just go down a checklist, open the door, put the key in, open the door, cut the lights on. I've had jobs that were that clear. I didn't have to think about anything. Cut the light on, open the door, pull out the bag, get the paper. I mean, whatever, go do this. At the end of the night, you take the key to this place. One of my jobs, it was make a fax, make the copy, da da da, da da da. I had no room for thinking. Just do what they say, right? It's on paper. You ever had a job like that, Alexis?
Yes, every single one. Every single one. The only time I really had to think is if it was like a customer service situation, like something strange. But that's just common sense. But really working to do something within the like a business or using my brain in a different way, like a hustling mentality, no. Like you said, everything laid out for you. You just do what the instructions say, and that's it. Uh-oh, you froze up. But yeah, I'm gonna speak about it more on Monday, depending on what Kimmi says our topic is gonna be. But definitely, that mentality is different from us owning our own business, right? I know, just like you said, when you first enter a job, they lay out what they expect. It's in the job description. Um, what you're gonna be doing every single moment. Um, and I know for me, for every last job I ever been to, it was exactly that way. They had a whole what do you call it, like manual almost that they give you at the start of the job, and it's like, here you go, this is what you'll be doing, right? And then you're trained on that job. Whereas with your notary business or just like your business in general, being an entrepreneur, there is no training manual. There is nothing that that's going to you back.
Yeah, so it was me. I actually came off my home and got on my hotspot. I do apologize, guys, right in the middle of this great conversation.
But yeah, I was just saying there is no training manual or anything that comes with being an entrepreneur.
Thank you for handling that situation, Alexis. So yeah, so as we were saying before, so your job tells you everything to do, right? So now you decide, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. I'm gonna start my own business, right? And then you're stuck, or it's dead on arrival. It's dead before you even get started because no one's taught you how to build the business, right? So so we talked about lack of confidence. So how about a lack of training? That's one thing most corporate American jobs are good about is training, right? Before they let you, I had one job, I left it. I loved the job. I left it for about 2 years. And when I went back, can you guys still hear me? I want to make sure because I see, can you hear me, Alexis?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Because your face is frozen on my end.
Uh-oh.
It might be me though. So I had one job. When we talk about a lack of training, I had one job that I had it. I loved it, like I was getting ready to say. And I worked there forever. I don't know. I was there maybe a year or two. I left it for a year or two and decided I wanted to go back. And they were like, nope, you cannot just come back and hop on the phones. You got to go through the whole 6-week training, which was very intense again. The thing about the notary business is there is no training. Your state will just give you a commission and say, congratulations, you're under oath, go out there, right? They don't train you. So there is a huge disconnect when it comes to training. And I'll never forget that job. And I was like, well, I really wanted to go back. And I told him, I said, at first I told him, I said, okay, I'll redo the 6-week training because I really wanted to go back. After I got to thinking about it, I said, I'm not sitting here no 6 more weeks doing this training over, because it was, like I said, very intense. It was a call center. And before you had to know all these different scripts, and you had to know this. It was a script for everything. Going back to the confidence and how corporate America has trained us, ingrained in us not to think for ourselves. I worked in a call center with a script. And with the script, if somebody called and said, my child is ABC, I was supposed to say ABCD, right? There was no room for me to even think, no critical thinking. If the client called in and said, where can I go? What other location? I had a script for that. Like they say, it's an app for that. It's a script for that. So I had to read word for word, ma'am, the location that you need is at ... So I say all that to say this. In the notary space, there is not that kind of training. There is not. You're going to have to get, a lot of people are lacking training. You've paid for different training. And I understand everybody trains on something different. One person has marketing. One person is all about your sales funnel, your this funnel, your marketing this and pricing, whatever. But you got to get a good foundation. You guys hear us say that all the time. So some of why we're stuck or our business is dead because we lack the training that we need to go out there and do it. A lot of people just want to fake it till they make it. You cannot. What's your thoughts on that, Alexis?
That's when we talk about like the Facebook notary a lot. Y'all always hear us say that terminology, but you can't get on Facebook and just expect to learn everything there is to running a business in general, right? Even your notary business, you can't get on there and think that you're going to get all the answers. Let's just say that's where training comes into play. But I don't want to jump ahead, but
oh no, go ahead, please. We'll just double that.
Mm-hmm. So I just see a question: how can we begin to transition from an employee mentality to a business owner mentality? And honestly, this is gonna sound crazy, but the way it took a lot of me going back and forth for myself, one, but two, it was my training that took me from being an employee to becoming a business owner. It was definitely training. Well, although my training was more so from you, it wasn't more formal training. It was more from Kimmi just telling me stuff that she went through and me kind of piggybacking off of that and going forward. But that is still some sort of training, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah. It is. And it's funny you said that. That was a good point. Because actually I saw on the Facebook the other day, someone said, well, hey, I would love to connect with you. And the conversation went like, but where are you located? But guess what? They're both notaries. So does it really matter where the other person is located if you can get some help? No. So we got to, that's that kind of thinking where it's not a boss mentality, entrepreneur mentality. My mentors, I don't even pay for them. I watch them on YouTube. I've learned more about running my business from YouTube. I binge watch certain people. Yeah. I binge watch how they do it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I've been doing it this way. But now if I tweak it a little bit and I do it this way, well, that changes my whole business. Again, we're not taught that. And most of us cannot afford $50,000 mentor classes or coaches. We cannot. I know I cannot. So I'm big on YouTube. I know I watch so much. Sometimes Jeff be like, look, okay. But it's just that I'm still building our business here. And, it takes time. It takes energy. And you have to trade something. Either you're going to trade your money to learn for the knowledge, or you're going to trade your time. So you have to make sure, So can you guys still hear me, please? Can you just put a 1 if you can? I just need to make sure. Sounds like you can, because I see somebody putting YouTube University. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then, so my next point I had, so lack of training, right? So we know a lot of people have already spent money on different training, but sometimes you have to cut your losses, or it may not even be a loss. It just might be a training that you're not ready for yet, that you don't need in your business yet. So if you spent a lot of money on a marketing program and you still don't know how to stamp the paper, you might have to double back and get that basic foundation. So you may have a training that taught you how to market, that taught you how to go direct, right? You've already spent money on that, and I get it. And I don't spend a lot of time on that. I do talk about marketing, of course, because there is no business without marketing, right? Thank you guys for responding. There is no business without marketing, right? So I do talk about that. But I truly believe, and I know for a fact, if you don't have the confidence and know how to stamp the paper, you have no business. Right. It starts there. So even though you've paid for all these other trainings, take a little bit more. You already spent all this money anyway. Most people didn't spend, by the time they find us, they spend a couple $1,000s. So spend a little bit more, just a little bit, because we don't even charge that much. Let's get down to basics, get that foundation, and then double back to your other training that you've already paid for, that you've already invested in, right? So I had a couple more points. So if you're having a situation, I have one more illustration for you guys too.
Uh-oh. I think it's my computer. Oh no. Okay.
Oh. Hey, my internet, you know what? It must be that everybody in the neighborhood is trying to be on doing something with their computer. I am so sorry. So you can hear me, Alexis?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Sorry. I do apologize for the connection problem tonight. It has been a hot mess, and that irritates me too. Just hang out with us a little bit longer to get through this. My other illustration tonight, though, is even when you're sick and you do everything in your power not to go to the doctor, right? You are calling your friends, you calling your friends' mothers, and they're like, get some herbs, do this. Because I do all this, y'all.
You froze up again if you can hear me.
It's really getting on my nerves.
Oh, there we go. You're back.
This is so ridiculous tonight. I am so sorry. I was trying to stay on my hot spot, and then that didn't seem to work either. All right, so let's keep going. We're talking about the illustration of the doctor, guys, and you're sick and you don't want to call the doctor. So you do everything in your power not to call the doctor. You call your friend's mother. She give you some herbal recipe. Girl, go get you some sage. Go get some thyme. Go do this and mix some honey and ginger together, right? And then you're Googling. I had one doctor say, Kim, stay away from Google.
Yep.
By the time I got to him, I want to tell him what the problem is. He's like, well, what you here for? So all that being said, or YouTube, right? I'm like, oh, I got this spot. What is that? You know, and then by the time I get to the doctor, I'm trying to tell him what to do. So all that being said is at a point, though, you realize, you know what? These herbal treatments are not working. Grandma recipe is not helping. I got to go to the doctor. It's the same thing with your notary business. You might need the notary doctors, and that's going to be me, Alexis, and Angela. Okay. And again, we're not talking a whole lot of money to get you unstuck. Let's get some momentum going. So what does that look like? So now we talked about some of the problems, right? Let's talk about some of the solutions. So for us over here, notary educators, you got a couple of different ways that we can help you. One, if you already know how to notarize documents, right? Because I had talked to someone recently, they didn't even have a business name, no website, no nothing. Well, if you don't have any of that, you know you don't have a business. I'm not being funny, but you know you don't have a business, right? So now I can't give you all of that in a 5-minute phone call. I can't help you find your name, I need to do a deep dive into your personal business. So what does that look like? So over here, we have the coaching corner. Again, it's a 30-minute or hour session at this point. And we do a strategy call with you prior to that to see what we're going to be focused on in that call. You walk away with actionable items where you can actually see, okay, so I need to change my business name, right? Because I don't know if you saw one I did recently, and the person had a business name and somebody else in another state had their name. And when they were being Googled, this other person was coming up. You can't have no business like that. Mm-hmm. So you have to make a business decision. That person had to change their name. Did they really want to do it? No. Would they have ever even thought to do it? No. But the coaching corner, me, the coach, I helped. You know, Alexis does coaching corners all day about Google. Can you talk about some people's Google pages that after you helped them, they went from zero to a hero? And we know for a fact that we're not just making this up, because if you're in the Notary Educators Facebook group, people talk about all day long how Alexis's tips with Google took their business from dead to alive. What about it, Chica?
Yeah, marketing in general, one, but Google being the first line of defense, right? So with Google, I get a lot of people like, oh, my page is good, or they feel their page is good, and they're still not getting any hits. So my first question is, okay, let me see your page. The first thing I always see is pictures. Some people don't have pictures of themselves. They have pictures of their logo. And I'm like, well, this is your business. We want to see you, you know? And I had people feedback, oh, people told me, people, Facebook, whoever, told them that they shouldn't use their face on their notary business. I'm like, well, who told you that? It's your business, right? It's not like you're selling yourself as the notary. Um, so many different little things, different services and products that you offer that's not being displayed. You offer wedding officiant. Why don't I know about that based off looking at your Google page? You know what I
Yes.
mean? Just stuff like that. Anything in that nature.
Yes.
So I always ask certain questions, and then my next thing is marketing. What are you doing outside of Google? Because okay, you did all these things on Google, you're still not getting any hits. What are you doing outside of Google? Get those answers back, and of course, most of the time it's nothing.
Right.
So yeah, that's just a little bit of what I get, but it all ties into one another. It all
Right.
ties.
So we do a deep dive into your business. We check the business name. We check your Google page. We check your profiles on Signing Agent. I have done completed deep dives with people or coaching corner on the Signing Agent page. And I look out there, I'm like, are you an actual working signing agent? Your name is out there, but there's nothing else. There's nothing in the profile. There's no picture. They're not going to call you. They're not. So little simple things like that. Is it worth investing right now? The coaching corner is $59 for a half an hour, and $99 is $99 worth it to take you to making $1,000 plus per month if this is your side hustle, which you guys know I don't really like that word because I like it to be a business for you. If you treat it like a side hustle, a side anything, as I always say, that's the results you're gonna get. So I like to treat it as a business. I don't care if it's full-time, part-time, whatever time. It's your business, right? So we're going to be working on setting, having a business mindset in the next few weeks as we approach the new year. We are definitely going to be putting some things together on these Monday sessions that we do weekly. I'm going to start popping in, as I had mentioned before. I'm still working on trying to get in daily over here. Just like if it's 15 minutes or 20 something with a little tip. It's going to be Notary Talk in the future instead of, I think, Mentor Mondays. We still addressing that because we want to hop on more than just Monday. Okay, so we're thinking about changing that title a little bit. But anyway, regardless, we're going to be here for you guys. We want you to succeed. We want you to have your business unstuck and bring it back to life. And again, just to give you a couple solid things to walk away with today, we want you to work on building your confidence. If that's watching some YouTube videos, right? Get in touch with us. Let us do a deep dive. If you've already paid for some training, it's not saying that training is bad. It just may not be at the right time, right? So you might need to go back to basics. That's us. We are your basic trainers. We got you. Then you could catapult. What's that word, y'all? Take it to the next level. How about that? Okay. Okay. I never said I was a scholar over here, but we're going to take it to the next level after we get that good foundation. Okay. I'm sure somebody going to put it in my chat later. So you don't have to correct me. I know I didn't get the word right. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all would be surprised. People be hard on a sister sometimes. They be like, Kim, it's such and such and such and such. I'm like, you know what? When you're live up here, honestly, and you know, they got that older brain kind of working too. I ain't no telling what I might say. But people are quick to let me know that's not right. Okay, so I appreciate it though. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm not like the sick patient. I'll take all the help. One time somebody said, you shouldn't be chewing gum. In the videos, I was out doing an out and about a day in the life and I was chewing gum. They was like, you shouldn't be chewing gum. You talking to people. I was like, that's true though. So I've never chewed another piece. In a video, not if we do like the sipping gems or something more private, I might chew a piece of gum because you know my throat is dry or whatever. But anyway, all that being said, so we're gonna work on confidence. Even though you paid for some training, we might need to get back to basics. And then let us do a deep dive into your company. We got you. If it's Google My Business, Alexis can do your deep dive for you. She does them all day long. Okay. If it's just you need to grow your business from A to Z, That's me. We let you write down 3 to 5 things in those sessions, and we try to cover them for you. So it's not just no willy-nilly you paying us and you walk away with nothing. No, we're going to talk about what you want to talk about from a pro or doctor expert experience level, right? And if Angela, if you need our apostille or just regular business, all of us own successful businesses, so we can help you, but we each have our own little specialty a little bit, So Angela does apostilles. If you're trying to get that apostille business off the ground, it's still just not working for you. Are you doing everything that she taught you? Or have you not even had training? Or you took somebody else's training and you're still a little confused, So over here, y'all know our slogan. It's not that complicated. Being a notary is not that complicated. However, you do need some training. You must. It's not going to just happen. I ain't going to just wake up and be able to go out there and build these businesses that you see on YouTube or whoever you're aspiring to be. It just doesn't happen overnight. Our businesses did not happen overnight. Mm-hmm. You got to put something into it. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. Alexis, would you like to add something?
Yeah, even my loan signing people, a lot of talk. We talked about that last week. Well, not last week. Last Monday. Mm-hmm. If you need any assistance with that, you can reach out. We're here for you, like she said, on every aspect of the business. Those 30 minutes and those hour sessions that we've done in the past, we always have gotten feedback of how much it helped just in that small amount of time. And remember, like, it's for you. So if you have other questions, concerning your business, it doesn't have to just be strictly loan signing, apostille, whatever. Like, we're here to help you, your business during that 30 minutes, hour session. So we're here to help you grow your business. Like she said, we've done it. We did a lot of mistakes. We've overcame the mistakes. So we're trying to teach and help you all not do the same things we've done and have the confidence, right? Because I know I stumbled a few times, and we'll talk more next week on Monday. But I kept going back and forth. Entrepreneur, back to a job because of certain things. So, like I said, we'll get to it on Monday. But yeah, we're here to help you all. We are here to help you.
Hey, Flora Easter. Welcome everyone who joined us this evening. It's Friday night. And Pamela J said she was just ill and has been dealing with that exact same thing, So eventually you might have to go to the doctor, Right. That's what they're there for. That's what we're here for. So we're going to wrap it up and let you guys get to your weekend. As always, guys, it is our pleasure. We will see you on Monday. And again, our focus the next few weeks is going to be helping you to get that business entrepreneur mindset, okay? And I think we want to go into 2023 as bosses, like for real, not just winging it, not like a Facebook notary and all that. Go back and watch that video if you did not. What is a Facebook notary? It's actually a good conversation. But we want you to be really, really in tuned and equipped for the new year, okay? So we're going to say good night because Alexa's got things to do. I got an appointment myself. And it's always, again, our pleasure here at Notary Life with Kimmi. And Notary Services by Alexis.
Oh. Hey, yeah, everyone. Y'all have a good weekend.
All right, guys. Take care. Good night. We wish you much success. Bye.